Hello guys, my name is Grace, and in today's tutorial I'll be taking you through how to make this lovely diamond with sweater. It's a very nice sweater to add to your summer wardrobe because it is very airy, and you're going to get some nice feels to it, and it's very classy and very unique. So this is how the sweater looks like, and this version is it doesn't have a low neck. I did another version which has a low neck. It's an off shoulder, but this one is a high neck, and also the neck ribbing is a bit wider than the other one, so you can make it as long as you want, you can make it as short as you want. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. It's a beauty, and as you can see, you can also accentuate it with a belt. You can wear it a bit, if you don't want to stretch it down, you can wear it at the, so this is how it looks like. This is the off-shoulder version of the sweater, and as you can see, it's the shoulder is really low, and also for the neck area, I did a small neck edging compared to the other one, and this is how it looks like. The length is also longer than the other one, and it's also a bit yeah, it's a bit looser than the other one. So because I changed the hook size, I used a bigger hook on this one. I used a 3mm hook on this one, and on the other one I used a 2.5mm crochet hook. And also, when changing the colors, make sure you change your color once you have already joined the arm area, because you don't want to have that weird line that I have. I joined my color on the last row while working on the body, and that was a mistake because I got that very weird line. So you can join it once you're done working on the sleeves, and I've already joined at the armpit, or you can join the color at the last row of your sleeves, and so you don't get that weird line. So this is the finished look. Grab your materials and let's do this. For today's materials, we are going to be using a pair of scissors, a darning needle to weave in our ends, a tape measure, and for the hook size, we're going to be using a 2.5mm hook. And for yarn, I'll be using this yarn right over here. It is a lightweight fingering yarn. It's a baby weight yarn, and I'll be using it as a single strand. It's a very thin yarn. You can substitute this for a DK weight yarn, and I'll be using it as a single strand because I want my sweater to come out super light. And to begin, we are going to first make this ribbed edging. This will be the bottom of our sweater, and this is what we are going to begin with. And to do that, we are going to make a chain, and to start off our chain, you're going to make a slip knot, and this is how I make my slip knot. You make a slip knot and chain, and we don't count that as a chain, so we're going to chain 19. And to chain, you just turn over and pull through the loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And my chain measures, my rib measures around 2.25 inches, but you can adjust this to the size that you want. If you want it smaller, if you want it bigger, but for mine measures 2.25 inches, and this is quite a good size to start with. It's not too big, it's not too small. So to work on our row 1, this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to skip the first 2 chains, and we are going to put our double crochet in the 3rd chain. And to do that, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. And when you look on our at our hook, we have 3 stitches, so we are going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2, and that's how we do a double crochet. Another one, we yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull through a loop. And we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we are going to be adding double crochets in each stitch until we reach the very end. And once we are done, when you count your stitches, you're going to be having a total of 18 stitches, and this is how the first row of our work looks like. And to do the next row, we are going to be chaining 2, and normally a chain 3 is done, but a chain 2 doesn't leave such a big space when working with double crochet. And now we are going to be working our stitches in the back loops only. And when you look at your row, you have 2 loops, one that is facing away from you and one that is facing towards you. So we are going to be working in that back one that is facing away from you. So we're not going to be working in the first back loop. We are going to start our double crochet in the second back loop, and you're going to be doing exactly as we have been doing double crochets in the first row. So you're going to be working 1 double crochet in each back loop until you are at the end of the row. So 1 double crochet in each back loop on top of every stitch until you reach the end of the row. So to do a double crochet, it's just as easy as yarning over, inserting your hook in the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, you pull through 2, pull through 2 again. So you do this until you are at the end. To do our last double crochet, we are going to place the double crochet in that hole that was made by our chain 2 space. We are not going to work at the top of the stitch. We are going to go into that hole and make our double crochet just like that. And that's the end of row number 2. Now you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and now you're going to repeat this row. You're going to skip the first double crochet, and you're going to work your first double crochet in the second back loop. Yes, there you're going to work your double crochet in the second back loop, and you're going to be working in back loops all through the row, and you're going to continue this pattern until you have a band. My band is finished, and my band measures approximately 34 inches. I measured my bust to be 34 inches and my waist to be 32 inches. So the measurement that is bigger between your bust and your waist size, that's the measurement you're going to be using. So personally, mine measures 34 inches, and as you can see, the band has a little bit of stretch with it, so there will be some wiggle room in there. And my band, I did a total of 120 rows, and now I'm going to show you some simple mathematics that you're going to do. So the number of rows is 120, so you have to make sure that your number of rows is a multiple of 6. So if we take 120, which is a multiple of 6, we divide by 6, we get 20, and 20 is an even number. So you have to make sure that the number you get after dividing by 6 is an even number. So let's do another example. Let's say 114 rows. If I divide that by 6, I get 19. 19 is an odd number, so you have to avoid anything that you divide by 6 and get an odd number. So just make sure the number you get after dividing by 6 is an even number. Avoid all all odd numbers. Let's say I have 30 rows, I divide by 6, I get 5. 5 is an odd number, so you avoid that. Let's do another one. 36, you divide by 6, you get 6. 6 is an even number, so make sure your number of rows is an even number. And the reason we are doing that is because our diamond, the diamonds that we are forming, we're going to be partitioning them further, and for the front and the back and the armholes, and you have to make sure all these sides have equal numbers. So you don't want one side being having more diamonds or less diamonds than the other one. So that is just a simple mathematics that you should do. And so to continue, we are now going to join this edge together, and we are going to use slip stitch, and our join will be very seamless. You're just going to see. And to do that, you just have to insert your hook in the very first stitch on the side that is facing you. Insert your hook on top of the very first stitch and grab that loop on the other side and pull your yarn to tighten it, and just pull the loop through, and then you're going to chain one, and then you're going to go on top of the second stitch, insert your hook, then you pinpoint the back loop of the second stitch on the other side. You go in there on the back loop only, then you're going to yarn over and pull through everything. Pull through those two loops and pull through that loop on your hook. We are not yarning over again. So once you start your hook on top of the third loop, you insert your hook on top of the back loop of the other side. So you insert your hook there, you yarn over and pull through everything, and that is basically what you're going to be doing to join the rest of the stitches. And it's just as simple as that. And the stitch you're using is called a slip stitch. It makes a very neat join and a very sleek join. It's not a bulky join, as you will see. So you just go on top of the front loop and the back loop of the other side. So I'm towards the end, and once you are at the end, you just grab everything. Yes, in that hole, you just grab everything on the side that is facing you, and on the back side you just go inside that hole. We are not going into any back loops. You just grab everything and you pull through. So that's how our join looks like. It's, as you can see, it is very sleek, it is very smooth, and it's not bulky. And on the other side, our join is seamless. You can't even tell there is a joint there. And we are now going to start working upwards. We are going to be working on our diamonds, and as I said, a complete diamond consists of 6 rows. So as you can see, this diamond starts here. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and a complete diamond consists of a long chain of 13 stitches and a small chain of 3 stitches. So let's grab your hook and let's start on that. So we're going to chain 1, and in the same space we are going to do, on top of that row, we are going to do a single crochet, and then we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to skip the next row of double crochets, and on top of the next row we are going to do a single crochet, and then now we are going to chain 13, and you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. and you're going to skip 3 rows. So 1, 2 and 3. On the 4th row you're going to do a single crochet, and this is the pattern we are going to repeat all round. So you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, you skip 1 row and single crochet on top of the next row, then you chain 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, and then you're going to skip 3 rows and single crochet on top of the next. On the 4th row you're going to single crochet at the top there. So you put a single crochet and you're going to repeat this until you reach the very end. Now at the end of the row, and to finish the row you always finish with a long chain, the long chain 13. Always remember that. So we are going to join our chain 13 to our beginning single crochet, and we are going to join with a slip stitch. So go into that single crochet you started with and make a slip stitch just like that. And now you're going to chain 1, then you're going to go into that chain 3 space and make another single crochet. And now we are going to start working on our diamonds, and we're going to be going upwards, 6 double crochet, chain 3 and single crochet, chain 3 again, then work downwards for another 6 double crochet. So you're going to go into that very first stitch and do a double crochet. In the very first chain you do a double crochet. Oops. You double crochet in there, and that's your first double crochet. Then you're going to go into the second stitch and do another double crochet, and you're going to do this till you have a total of 6 double crochet. So that's my 3rd double crochet, my 4th double crochet, my 5th double crochet in the next stitch, and in the next stitch you're going to do our last double crochet. So we have a total of 6 double crochets. If you count them you have 6, so you're not going to chain 3, and then in the next stitch you're going to do a single crochet, then we are going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch we're going to start our next set of 6 double crochets working downwards. So our first double crochet, second double crochet, that double crochet in the next stitch, 4th double crochet in the next stitch, and you're going to do 2 more until you have a total of 6. And by the end you won't be having any more stitches remaining, so you'll have a total of 6 double crochet, and that's our very first diamond. And then in the chain 3 space you're going to do a single crochet, and then we are going to work the same thing that we did on the first diamond on the next loop, and you're going to be doing that in every loop until you reach the very end. So I'm going to show you guys one more time, and you're going to do a 1 double crochet in the very first stitch, the second double crochet, and you're going to do a total of 6. So this is my 3rd double crochet, my 4th double crochet in the next stitch, 5th double crochet and 6th double crochet. And now we are going to chain 3. We are at the top, and we're now going to chain 3 to form the chain 3 peak, and then single crochet in the next stitch, and then you're going to chain 3 again and start on the last set of double crochet. So you're going to go into the next stitch and do a double crochet, and you're going to double crochet in each stitch till you reach the very bottom. So that's my third, fourth, fifth double crochet, and my very last double crochet. And now you're going to single crochet into that chain 3 space, and you're going to repeat that pattern until you are at the very end. And now at the end, I've finished my last loop and I've done my last set of 6 double crochet. And now to join these row, we are going to join at the beginning in the very first single crochet we did. You're going to go in there and join with a slip stitch, and now we are going to work upwards in those loops, and we are going to slip stitch in every stitch. So in the first double crochet you do a slip stitch, and this is because we want to work our way upwards into the very first chain 3 space. So you're going to slip stitch in every stitch until you reach the chain 3 space. We are almost there, and now we're going to go into the chain 3 space and do a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 1 and go back in there and do a single crochet. And now we are going to start the next row where we'll be doing the long chain and the small chain. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and single crochet in the next chain 3 space. And now you're going to do the long chain consisting of 13. So you're going to chain 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. And then in the very first chain 3 space you're going to do a single crochet, then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and the next chain 3 space do another single crochet. And now you're going to repeat all that until the end. So you're going to chain 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. And this next chain 3 space, in the very first one you're going to do a single crochet, chain 3, and then single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and you're going to repeat that pattern until you reach the very end. And that will be the pattern we're going to be doing for the full sweater. We are going to be doing a row where we're doing the chain 13 and the chain 3 stitches, and then the next row will be doing the 6 double crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 and 6 double crochet. And that will be the pattern. We're going to be repeating those 2 rows alternatively until you reach the desired length. And you're going to measure your desired length by measuring it from your armpit to where you want your sweater to reach, and that will be your desired length. So work on that, and let's meet once we are done working on the full length of the sweater. So this is my finished one, and I have a total of 14 diamonds from start to finish, and my sweater measures 18 inches and stretch. And because of the holes the diamonds is making, once you stretch this sweater you are going to get an extra length, so you also have to keep that in mind. So we're now going to work on the sleeve, and to do a sleeve you're doing the same way we did the band. We worked on the body. You're going to chain 19 and work the band the same exact way that I showed you while working on the band. And then you're going to join exactly the same way I showed you. And for the arm, I did a total of 28 rows, and my rows are in multiples of 4. So the band of the sleeve is slightly different. For the body, we had a multiple of six, and this we are having a multiple of 4, and my band measures 8 inches. And it doesn't matter whether you divide by 4, you get an even or an odd number. This doesn't really matter. So just have to keep your number of rows in multiples of 4. As I said, I have 28. So join your band, and let's meet at the end. So my band is joined, and we are now going to start working on the diamonds. And this row, the sleeve is slightly different from the body, and you're going to see why. So in that very first row, you're going to do a single crochet, and then you're going to chain 3, and in the next row you're going to do a single crochet at the top. You already see the difference now. We in the band of the body we skipped, but with this one we're not going to skip. So, and now another difference is you're going to chain 7, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then you're going to skip 2 rows, 1 and 2, and in the third row you're going to do your single crochet. And you can already see the difference from the way we worked on the body. So you're not going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and in the next row you're going to do your single crochet. You're not skipping any rows this time, so you're going to single crochet on top of the next row, and in the next one you're going to chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now we are going to be skipping 2 rows and single crochet on top of the next, chain 3, single crochet on top of the next row, chain 7, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and you're going to skip 2 rows, 1, 2, and single crochet on top of the next, chain 3 again and single crochet on top of the next one, don't skip, and then you're going to chain 7 and you're going to skip 2 rows, 1, 2, and single crochet on top of the next. And this is the pattern you're going to be repeating until the end of the row. It's slightly different, and you're going to see while you're chaining 7 further along. So skip 2 and single crochet on top of the next, chain 3 again and single crochet on top of the next, chain 7, and you're going to skip 2 and single crochet on top of the next, and we are nearing the end. So you chain 3, this is the last chain 3, single crochet there, and as I said, we always finish with the longer chain. So you chain 7, and then you're going to join a third row to the very beginning, and you're going to join the slip stitch to the very first single crochet that you did. So skip those 2 and join to the slip stitch with the slip stitch the first single crochet, and then you're going to chain 1 and go into that chain 3 space and do a single crochet, sorry. And now you're going to be working on our big loop, and you're going to do 3 double crochet. So you're going to the very first one and do a double crochet. In the second one you're going to do another double crochet, and in the third one do another double crochet. And now you're going to chain 3, single crochet in the next stitch, then you're going to chain 3 again, and now you're going to start on your double crochets. You're going to double crochet in the next stitch, and you're going to do this a total of 3 times. So that's 1 double crochet, the second double crochet, and the third double crochet. It's slightly different, and Then you're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and you're going to repeat this pattern again. So I'm going to show you one more time how to do it. So you're going to do 1 double crochet in the very first chain, the second double crochet in the next chain, and a third double crochet in the next chain, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. So we just formed our first chain 3 loop, then chain 3 again, and do 3 double crochet on the descending towards the descent, second double crochet and third double crochet, and now we are at the end, and we are going to join the same way we did like on the body. So you slip stitch in the very first stitch, and you slip stitch in every stitch along until you reach the chain 3 space. So slip stitch in the next double crochet and in the next one, and now you're going to go into that chain 3 space and do a slip stitch, going to chain 1 and single crochet in the same space again, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and now you're going to chain 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and you're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space, chain 3 and single crochet in the next chain 3 space, then chain 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and single crochet in the next chain 3 space. As you can see, the pattern is already beginning to form, and it's not different from what we did on the body. It's just the number of chains that is a bit different. So as you can see, we started with the chain 7, and we are going to increase the number of chains that we are doing. We started with the chain 7, and we're going to do chain 7 for 4 rows, and then you're going to increase the number of chains that you do, and you're going to do 9 chains. After doing 7 chains for 4 rows, you're going to do 9 chains for 5 rows, and then you're going to increase again to 11 chains for another 5 rows, and increase again to 13 chains for another 4 rows, and you're going to have a total of 18 rows from start to finish. And as we did 7 chains, and that means we did 7 chains, and that means 3 double crochet, then we did a chain 3, then we did a single crochet, then we did a chain 3 again, and then we did 3 double crochet at the very end. So if we're doing the 9 chains, if you divide 9 by 2, you get 4.5. So you're going to do 4 double crochet, then chain 3 single crochet, which is the middle, and chain 3 again, then you're going to do 4 double crochet. So in the middle you have the chain 3 and the single crochet and chain 3 again. For 11, if you divide by 2, you get 5.5. So you're going to do 5 double crochet, then to the middle, the chain 3 single crochet and the chain 3, then do another 5 double crochet, and of course the 13 we've already done on the body. If you divide that, to get 6.5. So you're going to do 6 double crochet, chain 3 single crochet in the middle, chain 3 again, then do the last set of 6 double crochet. And this is what you're going to be doing. It's just as simple as that. And this makes this shapes our arm, so it's smaller at the wrist and keeps on expanding as we go up. And you may opt not to do a wrist where it goes at the expand. So the very first row of chains you can start with the chain 13, so that your sleeve is wide from the bottom to up. So that is an option, but I like mine shaped. So if you like yours not shaped, if you want it to have a bulky effect, you can start yours with a chain 13 at the very bottom, and it will still come out very nice. And my arm measures 19 inches and stretch, and of course if you stretch it you'll get a little more length. To measure this, just wear your arm, and the last row you did should be under your armpit, and if the rib sits on a good place on your arm, you just know that's the length that you want. And as you see that we are increasing the number of chains that we're doing, also the holes go on increasing. So that's how my arms look like. I am done working on my sweater, and I did a total of 14 diamonds in total, and a diamond consists of 2 rows, so that's saying I did a total of 28 rows. And now we are at the area where we join our sleeve, and I will be joining it at this point. And so I did my 2 sleeves already, and they are finished. So you have to make sure you've done both your sleeves. And on one sleeve I did 2 rows of single crochet, just because I wanted to see how it will look like, but this is completely optional. You can choose to opt out of that. And now we are going to join our sleeve, and we are going to match up the diamonds together. And you can see where my yarn is still attached. You're going to skip that, and you're going to start in the V, in the diamond just behind it, and you're going to match up two of those sides. And you have to make sure that you have a long tail to weave in, that you cut when you finished your sleeve. So you're going to match those 2 sides together, and you're going to mark them with I'm going to use a stitch marker. As I said, we're going to skip this V, and the one right behind it, that is where you're going to join our arm area. So you're going to place those 2 sides together, and you're going to join them with a stitch marker. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a piece of scrap yarn. So you're also going to join the other side. So we are joining two diamonds together, and I had a total of 20 diamonds, and I've already joined 2 on this side. So I'm left with 18, and I have to join 2 on the other side, so I'm left with 16. If I divide 16 by 2, I get 8. So you have to count those 8 from this first diamond that is here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, and in the next one, that's where we are going to join our next sleeve. So just mark it with a stitch marker, so you don't make a mistake when you bring in your sleeve. So now you're going to match up the sleeve on this other side, and when you count the back part, you're supposed to have also 8 diamonds that are free, that are not connected to the sleeve area. So you're going to join the sleeve on this other side, and you can see that where I have my long tail, that's where I'll be joining my sleeve. So make sure you have a long tail to weave in your end. So I'm just going to join the other side with my stitch marker, and also join the other diamond to the other side with the stitch marker. And now we are going to join these 2 sides, and you're just going to join you're going to do a very simple join with the needle. You can join with a crochet hook, but I prefer a needle. It's a bit faster, so, and it's a bit easier. So thread your needle and match up those chain 3s and double crochets together. Remove your stitch marker, and now you're going to start stitching. and you are going to join these with a loop stitch. And to do a loop stitch, you just have to pass your needle through and just pull it. So place match those chain threes together like that, and insert your needle to go through both ends. You go through the white one and the luminous green one, then you just pull up your loop, insert the needle in the next space, and go through both sides and pull up a loop. It's just as simple as that. This stitch is called whip stitch. If you know how to do a mattress stitch, it can also work. So you just have to put your needle on one side and through the other side and pull. And you have to work that even in the single crochet space that you did. So you have to join each side to the opposite side, and your stitches should match. Where the chain 3 was should match where the chain 3 is on the other side. So this is a close-up of what I am doing. So I'm just going through both layers and pulling my loop, my needle, sorry. So you just go through both layers and pull your yarn through. And now we are nearing the end of the other diamond, and we are just going to go on to those first double crochets, and I'm going to make a knot like that. Then I'm going to pull through, and this because I want to secure that, and because I don't want to cut my yarn, so I go join the other side where we marked. I'm just going to weave in, and this is how it looks at the back. And as I said, I want to cut my yarn, so I'm going to weave it in so I can reach on the other side where I have the other marker to join the second diamond. So just weave it in loosely. We can weave it in through the stitches and through the yarn strands, so it won't be easily visible. And if you're doing a two-tone, weave it if you're using, like I'm using the green yarn, so I'm weaving it on the side that it has the green yarn. So you're just going to remove the other stitch marker, and you're going to match up your chains and your double crochets just like we did. And I already captured the double crochet on the other side, so I'm just going to capture the double crochet on this other side like that. Then I'm going to continue joining together just as we did. Join the other arm as well. And now working on just where we left off at the body, so we're just going to work as usual. I did my slip stitches. Now I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet in that chain 3 space, just like that. And now I'm going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and I'm going to single crochet in that space over there, in that chain 3 space, and I'm going to chain 13, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13. Now I'm going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space, just exactly as we did. I'm going to chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and then I'm going to single crochet in the next space, and I'm going to do that until I am at the area where I have this corner where we joined the sleeve. And as you can see, there's a very big space, and that space we are going to cover that space, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's a bit different from just chaining the chain 13 and joining, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So work and let's meet once we are there. So I've already done my chain 13, and now we are going to single crochet together. And to do that, so we can join this hole over here, And to do that, you're going to go into the first chain 3 space, and you're going to insert your hook and pull up a loop, and you have 2 loops on your hook. And then you're not going to complete the single crochet, you're going to go into the next stitch and pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to jump over onto the other side, and you're going to insert your hook in the first chain 3 space, and you're going to pull up a loop, and now you have 4 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 stitches, and that's a single crochet 3 together. And now you're going to chain 3, going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and in the next chain 3 space you're going to do your single crochet. Then you're going to chain 13 again, just as we have been doing. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13. And then you're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Then you're going to chain 3 again and single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and you're going to repeat that until you are at the other side where you're supposed to join the arm. And it's a very distinct part. You're not going to miss it because it has a very wide hole that we are supposed to cover. So continue working the chain 3 spaces and the chain 13 spaces, so we can come on this other side, so we can join that area. So the last thing that you're going to do is a chain 13. So once you do a chain 13 and you are at this area, so I'll show you once again how to join that part. So continue working and let's meet over there. So I've already done my chain 13, and I am going to go into that chain 3 space. I'm going to go into that chain 3 space, and I'm going to do my single crochet, but I'm not going to complete it. I'm just going to pull up a loop, and I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to go into the next chain 3 space and pull up a loop. Now I have 3. Then I'm going to jump over to the other side, insert my hook and pull up a loop, and now I have 4 loops, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the 4 loops, and we have done a single crochet 3 together. And now we're going to chain 3 and single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and now you're going to chain 13 again, and you're going to repeat that until you are at the end. So you have another space to join, and this is the last space that you're going to be joining. So I'll show you how to do towards the end, and I'm just it's almost the same. So you're going to go in there and pull up a loop, and you have 2 loops on your hook. Go into the next space and pull up a loop, and you have 3 loops on your hook. Now you're going to jump over to the other side, but this is where we started. So you're going to go into that first single crochet that you did. You're going to go in there and pull up a loop, and you're going to slip stitch. This time you're not going to do a single crochet, so you're going to pull that loop through there and pull the loop through the other 3 stitches. Do not yarn over. So you're going to pull that 4th loop through the other 3 stitches like that. So you just pull it through until you have 1 loop left, and you're going to chain 1 and single crochet in that space like that. And now we are going to work as we have been doing. We are going to do our chain 6 and our chain 3 and our chain 3 and our 6 double crochet again. For this green one, it's going to be an off shoulder, so our shoulder area is going to be a little bit wider. So you're going to do 2 rows where you do the 13 double crochet chains, and then you're going to do another 2 rows where you're going to do the 11 double crochet chains. And from there I'll be showing you what to do next. So just continue working your normal rows. So for example, here you just chain 3, so you single crochet in the next space, then you're going to chain 3 again and work the descent where you do the 6 double crochet. So you're going to do that once more, then do 2 rows where you do the 11 double crochet. Then from there we'll be working on the shoulder area, and I'll be showing you how to make a very solid shoulder. So continue working on those. I'm going to show you how to do the shoulder part on the blue sweater, and then I'll just explain how to do it on the green sweater. It's not so much of a difference, it's just the number of chains that is going to be the difference, but the pattern is still the same. So continue working on these and I'll meet you in the blue sweater. So I finished my blue sweater, and for this one we're not going to be doing an off shoulder. We are going to do a smaller neck that doesn't fall over. And for this one I did 2 rows of 13 double crochets, 2 rows of 11 double crochets, and 1 row where I did 9 double crochets. So we are not going to be working on the next rows, and I did a chain 3 where I did a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the next space, and the longer chain I did to be 6 chains. Then chain 3 again, then a chain 6, and this will make our neck to be a little bit smaller, and that's why we have a smaller chain of a chain 6. So I'm just going to show you towards the end what I did. So I chained my 6 chains, and then I'm going to go on top of the next chain 3 space, and I'm going to do a single crochet in that space. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, single crochet in the next space. Then I'm going to chain 6. This is my very last chain 6. So we're going to chain 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and now we are going to join to the very beginning, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch as usual. So you're just going to go into the very first single crochet and join with a slip stitch. And now our row is joined, and now we're going to be working single crochets in those chain spaces. So you're going to you're going to slip stitch in the chain 3 space. You're going to go into that space and do a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 1, and we are now going to work in that chain 3 space, and we are going to be doing single crochets. So 1 single crochet, the second single crochet, and you'll be going to be doing a total of 3 single crochets. So that's the third one. Now we're going to skip in the next chain 6 space, and you're going to be doing 6 single crochet in that space. So 1, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, 5 single crochet, and the last one, which is the sixth one. And then we're going to go into the next space and do the same exact thing. In the chain 3 space, we are going to do 3 single crochet, and now I'm at the end, and I'm going to join to the very first single crochet that we did. So I joined there with a slip stitch in the very first single crochet, just like that. Then I'm going to chain 1, and this row we are going to be working half double crochets. In the same space you work a half double crochet, and you're going to work 1 half double crochet on top of each stitch until you are at the end of the row. So to do a half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook. You have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops on your hook. So you're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each row, and you can do this if you want a thicker neck, you can do several rows of the half double crochet. If you want it to be just smaller, you can do the 1 row is okay, or 2 rows. It all depends on how thick or how thin you want your neck. So we're just going to continue like this until you are at the end of the row, and that's how our row looks like at the moment. So just continue doing this until you reach the very end, and that's it. Just that. And now on the green sweater, we are going to do the same thing, and the only thing that is the difference is the number of chains we are doing to form the neck area. For the blue sweater, we did chain 3 and a chain 6, but for the green sweater, we are going to do a chain 3 and a chain 9, and this is because we want it to be a little bit wider. So this is my first chain 3, and this is the next one is a chain 9, and the next one is a chain 3 and a chain 9. So you're going to do 3 double crochets in the chain 3, and you're going to do 9, sorry, you're not going to do 3 single crochets in the chain 3 and 9 single crochets in the chain 9 space, and that is all. Then you do your row of half double crochet, and that's all. Now I'm going to show you how the sweater looks like. So guys, as you can see on this one, I did several rows of half double crochet, and the band for the neck is a bit it's a bit wider, so you can choose to do one row. You can make it as thin as this one. The other one, this one is very thin. It's just, I did just a single row of half double crochet, and this one I did several rows. I did like 2 or 3 rows of half double crochet. It's all up to you. If you want it thicker, if you want it thinner, you just have to decide on what you like. So make sure you tag me, and on Instagram, on Facebook, and down below make sure you comment. And thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. You can tag me to show me what you make, what colorways you're going to use. I will be excited to see that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.